noticed as Salisbury has quite a few unique characteristics that separate other communities, because it's its own place. It's not just a suburb in a city, it's a town in a city. It's its own place. Because of that, the community is quite interconnected already when it comes to social circles. And it also shows how desperate people need support to support each other here. No, this place, I love this place, but this place really needs it.
It was around late 2017 where, while helping a friend to start his junior youth group in the local library, we met a lot of really cool youth, like-minded youth. And this friend was really eager to get more and more youth involved in the program. Because we saw that if we wanted to see change and to really learn about this program, we needed to have more youth learning about it.
And we started making the plans for the camp, inviting or meeting all the youth in the library, the Salisbury area, and a lot of the youth. We met so many youth through there, so many amazing people. Although many of them didn't end up progressing forward or becoming come to the camp or anything like that. They were they did introduce us to some other youth as well, and we did learn a lot from them as well, which was really cool. The youth themselves managed to invite a lot of their friends, their cousins, so on and so on, and then we had the camp. And then with the help of a lot of the friends in the community and just us as a team, me and this friend and our other friends as well working together, we're able to get this camp going. We explained forward that it wasn't just a camp for just for the sake of, it wasn't just a camp for fun. We explained that this was something where we went to learn, and we went to learn something it was for a purpose. I think the goal when we were talking to the youth was to sort of bring out that consciousness in them, to be aware hey, I could be doing more for my community. So the questions would be what do you like about your community? Have you ever thought about doing something to help your community, or maybe and if you ever thought about it, have you ever thought about ways that you could do that? Once we were at the camp for a couple of days, the friends really got into it. They actually started enjoying learning, which for many of them, they didn't even like reading, but once we sat down and we put that into artistic expression, and they were really able to have deep and meaningful conversations, then they really started enjoying what we were doing. And from there, really the camp, it wasn't flawless, and I don't think any camp is, but I think what we learned from there was significant. The camp itself was significant in helping this community, Salisbury community, be able to expand and move forward. And yeah, from there it just blew up. It just blew up.
3, 4.
Since we began, there's been around 50 youth that have completed the first book of the Ruhi Institute, and many of which have continued on to complete the other books. There's been a group of local youth that have been supported to finish the sequence and now are serving as tutors. And at the moment we're learning how to sustain around 20 core activities.
The rest of the world receives its life from them through the arts and science.
So basically, when I was young, I came to Australia from Nepal, and when I come to Australia, my life was I used to enjoy my life with doing nothings, with no meaningfuls, but when I start doing the Ruhi Institute's books, it's helped me with understanding more things about the purpose of the life. So what do you need to do, those sort of things. So yeah, that time I really want to help like communities, serve like communities, but I don't know how. I don't have any ideas. So like after I go to the books, it helped me to develop my capacities, skills, those sort of things now, and I'm happy to be like able to serve the communities. So I'm serving communities by starting a junior class in our communities, and that junior class will like going good. And also I'm accompanying other new friends to work in the path of service.
मेरो नानी यसरी क्याम्पमा गएर कस्तो अनुभव मलाई लाग्दैछ भने एकदम राम्रो साथीभाइ विभिन्न जातिको मान्छेहरूसँग मिलमिलाप गरेर यस्तो नानीहरूलाई राम्रो व्यवहारमा राम्रो पढाइ सिकाइ यस्तो राम्रो काम गरेकोमा मलाई यो एकदम खुसी लाग्छ। पहिला मैले हो नजान्दाखेरि मैले कतितिर उयो पनि गरेँ, कम्प्लेन पनि गरेँ, तर त्यसको लागि आई एम सो सरी।
I think like my friends and quotes of like words of God, yeah, those things were beautiful, and yeah, working together in one thing and serving community. I think that's the whole thing, yeah, and most importantly about like helping children. It's natural, like whenever we like help other, like we just feel joy like inside our heart, I don't know, yeah. So by helping, like sometimes I get bored, but by helping others, like we feel like we should do it always, yeah. This like process, working in a path of service, I think it's not just for one caste, like one religion, like Baha'i, but also for everyone. I mean, look here, I'm not Baha'i and then still serving as a tutor and teacher and like gain lots of new friends. Yeah, and the words of God, baha'u'llah's words, and that has helped me to become a new me, like different one. Yeah, if I were to miss the first conversation, like first camp, I don't think I would be here, and with the all knowledge I have gained, I mean, and still lots more to gain. Yeah, I mean, I have made new friends, new good friends. Yeah, my many friends has changed. Before, like walking to part of service, they were different, and now they are different, like different in good way.
What gives me a sense of joy, sort of just knowing that even the simple acts of service. So like the other day when we went with my friends' junior youth group and we went to like visit the older ladies, like the elderly. And this older lady needed help with branches, putting them in her green bin. Like, it's not like a massive thing, but just also seeing like the junior youth so excited and so willing to do all these things. I'm like, yeah, like actual, they're so joyful and it's very innocent joy, pure joy. And that just makes me happy knowing that even the small things that I do just make a big impact and make me really happy, I guess. And that also gives motivation to just be like, yeah.
When my junior youth, when the junior youth group started, because it's not mine, it belongs to the community, and when it started, for me, it was life-changing in the sense that I got to be there for other people, right? I got to guide someone the way someone guided me, and this time I had support. I had support in terms of the everything that was already there, the knowledge that was already there, and the and the friends that were already there.
Changes would be like before I did group, I'll be really shy. So I'm not really like a person who would go up to new people and then like talk to them. So how this group helped me was like not be like have confidence in me, to make new friends, to be like productive, to like enjoy little moments, be happy. I mean, it does help me a lot though.
Serving as an animator is kind of like a roller coaster trip, It's fun throughout the whole trip, but there's ups and downs. At the end, it always brings you joy.
Oh, I know that guy.
You do?
Yeah, let me go say hi.
So so when I joined this process, like we did book 5, and in book 5 we learned that it's like a really good thing to like help these friends in this age, because like this age is the time that they go through many changes, and like at this time it's the time that they need support the most, and like me like being able to help these friends has been like really a good experience for me as well, because like me as well, like I learn from them as well, how they ask questions, all these things that they can do in their age, which I couldn't experience. Now I can with this group. So.
The world it's not really good at the moment, like wars and all that going on. So like us as individuals can like each help by doing one little thing, and it could make a huge impact on the world.
Serving as an animator has honestly had a great impact on me. Not only that I've been working with people, but like I can look up to people who are younger than me, I sit down and have a great conversation with the younger junior youth, and man, they've got some amazing ideas that I just say, you know what, we've got to keep this group going.
So there's about 9 or so children's classes in the neighborhood at the moment, and many of them have started after the most recent camp that we had in January. And we're learning that it takes a lot of effort to sustain them, but we're really learning how mutual support and accompaniment is essential to that process. And one aspect is that we're having the more experienced friends, helping those who are just newer to the process to be able to do the classes, help them plan, help with the lessons, those sorts of things. And then we're also having regular catch-ups, like the teachers also meeting on a regular basis to talk about their classes and see what they can do to help support one another.
Like, I was really nervous, so like I feel like I felt more confident because they were supporting me, like telling me like what I should do to like better my children's class. I feel like doing the classes really brings us together, like more closer, so we like establish a good relationship with each other, and yeah, them just improving. Like I can see like them improving every day. Like it's really nice.
The parents of the children like call me on Saturdays, like that's when I have my class with my friend, and they ask me if I'm gonna do it because they're so into it. They're so like glad that their children is improving. Even at home, like last time we drew like stuff here, and then even though he was 4 years old, he took it home, and the parent was so happy. And they sit next to each other now. Like before, they used to fight a lot, but like it's cute.
Yeah, I mean, although we're still in the like early days, in the beginning still, we've been able to see how the process as a whole has had an impact on many of these friends' lives, like at the individual level. We're starting to see glimpses of change at the level of a collective, like in a group of people. I guess one way that we've seen that is that, like before, what everyone would see, like what it meant to live in a community was very different. Everyone had their own understanding. Many people thought like their community was their family, or you know, their nationality, like their people. But I think more and more we're seeing that as we live in this community, it means everyone. You know, there's 50,000 people that live in our neighborhood, so that's our community. So everyone's really assuming ownership over this process, and yeah, it's still very early on, but we're really excited to see what it will look like when there's more and more people involved. yeah, I guess moving forward from where we are now, we're all really excited to start to see how we can engage like the adult population. There's a lot of parents and adults that are equally as keen and driven to make change. Yeah, and I think another thing that we're all really excited to learn about is to see how we can continue to have a strong group of friends that come each 3 months, every school holidays, into this process, and see then how they can be accompanied and supported to start and sustain their activities.
What else do you like about our community? Toast. It's a good part of it.
Oh Lord, may